All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back in good action. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, she talking about, oh, yeah, it's important to talk to, like, younger people. She likes talking to me, okay, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Miss Cass has talked to me like to the wee hours of the morning a few times on here, okay? Like, she likes talking to me. She not just gonna talk to any young man, okay? Like, let's, like, I know a lot, some of y'all don't be liking to admit that y'all rock with Noble, but she likes talking to me, okay?
No, well, I have never not said that. Okay, I do enjoy speaking to you, but when you talk to me with sense. You be on here sometimes. You know you already know because on them days, I zip in and out. I say, hey, throw you a gift and go on about my business.
Because you're someone that I can talk to with sense. Like, you're someone. I don't know, man. Some of these people on the I don't know if it's just the internet thing, because like in real life, some of the way that I know, I'm aware that there's people alive that conduct themselves a certain way, but like, for the most part in real life, a lot of the ways that these women and these men be conducting themselves on here, it's not something that I see in my real life. Like, you're getting all in your feelings because someone has a different perspective than you, because someone has a different point of view than you,
Right.
because someone disagrees with something that you said. Like they can't disagree, like they have to disagree with you. And one thing about me, like, once you start disrespecting, I'm going to disrespect back. I wasn't raised to, like, give them the other cheek, or whatever it is. Like, I wasn't raised like that. I have a Nigerian mother. Okay, like, very very prideful. Just like, I wasn't raised like my mom would be disgraced if she ever even heard about me letting people on the internet, bums at that, talk crazy to me. It's just never gonna happen.
Why you gotta call
Like,
my
woman,
mom
woman,
so?
woman, 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 or man. But like, men don't even play with me like that. Like, even on the internet. But these women, I don't know what be going on with them. But what I was gonna say, Miss Cass, is you was talking about Ari having like her friend group since she was a kid, and I was gonna say, there really is levels to life, and there's levels to, like, success. And I can tell you that I've learned that winning is just very problematic. um there are people that they used to, like, really be at the bus stop with you. They used to ride the same bus as you. They knew you when, like, in school, like, you were, like, had to rotate your clothes. They knew you when you had like three pair of shoes for the whole school year. They knew you when you wasn't getting all the new clothes, and you wasn't getting the retro Jordans like when they came out. So, like, for people that, like, have seen you and been with you during those times, it can be kind of weird. I don't even know how they be feeling, but there's like, it can, for unfortunately, it can create some serious, I keep saying these words tonight, it can create some serious resentment and envy towards those people. You got some people that'll, like, genuinely be happy, and they'll be inspired, and they'll be motivated because they're like, you know what, I've been in the same position as this person, and they've been able to elevate and get to this position. I can definitely do the same thing. Like, we were in the same position, we were allotted the same opportunities, but then you got other people that, like, you would think, like, damn, like, bro, like, we were like sandbox, like, we really been like friends since elementary, middle school. You should be happy for me, but, like, I'm winning too much to a point now to where you're starting to hate and become envious now. So,
Absolutely.
it's you would think and hope that, like, damn, man, like, like, Ariana and this girl used to do ballet. They've been doing ballet together since fifth grade. We got all the recital pictures, but now that girl don't even like Ariana no more, and it's just because of, like, some attention stuff.
Absolutely. But see, that's the thing that I don't know if you heard when I said that, because there were some that, she had, since middle school and high school. And I said she's down to those two, because as we grow in life, our friends aren't always meant to grow with us. And she understands that. And so like it was hard for her to walk away from one. But she had to. Hey,
How
Kanai.
you doing?
And
Yeah, no,
and
well,
and
TikTok tonight.
that's something I've always taught my daughters. If you have a friend who gets to a point where they become envious, I say they're sipping on E and J. You're sipping on E and J. That means envy and jealousy. Then
Yep.
they are not your friend, and they may have been a friend for a season, but they are not your friend for life.
It's crazy, Miss Guys. Like I said, it's very problematic. And then when you're attractive and the boys that they like don't like them, but they like you, or the girls that they like don't like them, but they like you and they're giving you attention. I'm gonna send you this video that I saw like the other day too, Miss Cass.
Okay.
This girl, she basically said, you know what? I'm gonna just play it since I
Okay, go
got
ahead.
it out of here because it aligns perfectly with what we're discussing.
And I don't know why you got me up so late. I need to be finish binge watching my show.
I don't have you up late. You like talking to me. I don't know why you trying to act like you ain't done this before. It's always, oh, Noble got me. Noble don't got nobody up doing a damn
No,
thing.
because actually, this is my time of day. This is my time of day anyway.
Exactly. Oh, here go the video. Here go the video.
Okay.
Listen to this, y'all.
Getting older is realizing that you don't need a lot of people in your circle. You don't need a gang of friends. You probably need a good solid 3, maybe 5. Learn the difference between friends, associates, and people you just talk to. Acquaintances. Because real friends, people that gonna ride for you wherever, hold you accountable, do those type of things, hold you to your word, those are rare. Getting older is realizing like you don't have a lot of friends. You have acquaintances, you have associates, you have people you cool with. I can literally probably count on my hand how many real friends I have. I don't know. It's easy to say everybody your friend when you was like in high school growing up and stuff, but like when you're an adult, a friend to me now is not what a friend was to me back then. Not even close. Getting older is realizing
I agree 110% with her, and that's literally the life lesson that my mother told me. Literally. So you have you have acquaintances, you have people that you're cool with, you have your on and off your own and off cool people. But if I call you a friend, you are my friend.
Right.
And but the thing is, I also believe that a real friend understands that sometimes that friendship may end and we have to just admire what we had from afar. Period.
Yeah. That yeah, that can be kind of tough, but that's true though. That's
But
that
again, that's about embracing change. If you realize, and I think the older you get, the more you understand. Again, the two things that are constant in life is time and change. And time and change is going to happen to everybody, but Father Time is going to always win. Time will always reveal itself. So that means when change happens, time will reveal if those people are meant to be in your life or if it's time to walk away. That's just what it is.
no, that's 100% fact. To me it's just sad and unfortunate of the terms that a lot of supposed to be friendships and relationships be ending on. No, that's just what and they said, you can only be disappointed when you had expectations, but so I don't know if disappointed is the word to use, but it just be like damn, yo. Like, I saw so much more in you and thought so much higher of you than, the behavior that you display. I'm not even trying to sound funny, but it's just be
And,
crazy.
and yeah, it may hurt, but the thing is you realize in the long run that people, and this is how I look at people that come and go in my life. People never belong to me. If
Facts.
they are in my life, they are in my life for the moment. And however long those moments extend to are fine with me because I'm either learning a lesson, learning something. They are learning a lesson, learning something. Hopefully I've shared something with them that they can learn. Hope, and I've learned something from them in the process. But you know what? The lesson may be in you walking away. And the thing is, I believe that we have to learn from every situation. I just don't take ownership of people anymore. I learned that, especially after going through the death of my brother. I can't take ownership of people because life is fleeting. And at the end of the day, instead of focusing on what leaves, you focus on the moment you had, the lessons you learned, and grow from it and move forward. Period.
No, 100. Yeah, I need to take heed to that last thing that you said. Like, like you said, man, it's not even, I don't, it's, I don't ever feel like I don't ever feel and I've never felt like I owned anyone. It's just that like, bruh, it's crazy, Miss Cass, how you can like really like genuinely like support someone. You can be nothing but like you can be like the most 100% person to you can be the most 100 person to them, and they just like and they just do some flaw stuff. They just do some weird stuff, and I'm still not I still I'm actually at a point now to like when like well, I'm really at a point now to where I've just chalked it up to like that's just how people are. There was a point in time where I would really try to internalize and think about why certain people did certain things or acted a certain way. But people got their own traumas. I've accepted that human beings are flawed. Even to people that they really have like they shouldn't even have any reason to be flawed to. And yeah, I've just kind of I'm at that point where I've just accepted it for what it is. But it took me a long time to get there because it just
Right.
don't make sense to me.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Some things are unexplainable. But even without an explanation, that's why like forgiveness is important. You forgive yourself for allowing, for staying maybe longer than you should have. You forgive yourself for making excuses for them when they would have never made excuses for you. You forgive yourself and you move on. And you know what? Don't even worry about if you never get an apology because you know what? Hurt people will continue to hurt people and they will continue to bleed on people who didn't cut them simply because they don't know how to move past cognitive distance to heal. And I believe that's a major part, especially in our community. We are such forgiving people of others, but we don't forgive ourselves. Our community is crazy, filled and riddled with trauma. But we have to wake up and we have to choose to learn from being hurt by other people, learn from the hurt you've inflicted on other people, and remember that you are human and to err is human. But don't continue to move the way you moved in every season because you will continue to remain in the same season. You will continue to stunt your own growth. And you know what? Some people become baggage. They become like, like plankton that gets on the boats and stuff. And eventually that stuff has to be removed because if it doesn't, it's going to slow you down. So look at people as plankton. Okay. And you move on because sometimes it just has to be scrubbed off. Period.
100. Yeah, I needed to hear that. I'm still at a place in my life where I don't forgive people. I know the book says, forgive and forget. And, my mom has, talked to me about, forgiving people and how you forgiving people is like giving grace to yourself. And not because you forgive someone means that like you forget, what they did or you have to associate with them anymore. But it's just, I don't know. They say it's just giving yourself grace and like part of your healing. But I'm still at a place like I don't like act weird towards people, Miss Guys. I don't do flaw stuff to people. Like I'm very blessed. I'm very accomplished. I'm very successful. I'm really happy. When it comes to girls, like I don't have a problem with that. Like I don't wake up thinking about, like being flawed to people or just being weird. So like when people do certain things, like I just can't even look at you the same. Like you disgust me. Like ugh. Like I just like even cringe even thinking about certain people. Like ugh.
And I get that, but I'm with your mom. Yes, the forgiveness, it offers grace to you, but it's not even about that. It's you can forgive people like she told you. And I ain't no, you don't have to forget, because if you forget, then that means you missed the lesson. So you
Right.
got to remember to get the point of the lesson, but you forgive for you, because every time that you don't forgive, you're still attaching a weight to yourself, because just like the face you made, and you're just I can tell that it's still something there. Now I can think about people that hurt me and I forgave. I can see them, I can speak to them. Some I could even give a hug to, and I can go on about my business and smile, and it does, and I have no feelings toward it at all. And when you can get to that place, that means you've really healed and you're able to grow, like seriously. But I'm gonna tell you, it takes time.
Yeah, I'm not. And that's the thing. I'm not interested in even putting the time in. Like, like maybe I'll get there one day. But like right now, like when people like men or women, but men, it's not. It don't. Well, I'm not gonna say that men or women, but it mostly be women these days. Like, like that's what I'm saying. Like when I said like you can like really be genuine to someone and like really be nice to them and like support them and what they got going on, and then they just do some weird stuff. Like I can't register it to me. Like I get on TikTok and talk a certain way and do content, but you've had conversations with me like you said earlier. Like, I talk like I got some sense when I'm talking to you. So I'm like I am a sharp tool. So when a sharp tool like me can't register certain things, that's to me. There's just that person. There's just something really wrong with that person.
Right. And the thing is you can't, again, you don't know what you may not know everything that that individual has gone through. You don't have to make excuses for them, but your core values. You know what your core values are. You know the things that make you who you are, and what they eat ain't gonna make you crap. But what they put in front of you, if it is crap, yeah, it has an effect on you. You got to smell it. You know what I'm saying? But once you walk away, you no longer have to worry about it. But the way to get that stench out of your nose is to forgive them and move on, and not even think about it anymore. But again, that takes time. Again, I told you, change and time always happen, but time will always win, because it's unending. Whether we're here or gone, time will continue to go on. And so it takes time. And I get it. I understand where you're coming from. There have been situations where I was like that. It took me 2 years to heal from my divorce. Literally.
Yeah.
And you know what? I could see that man speak and go on about my business like he ain't even there. But it takes time.
Yeah. I'm a Well, hopefully I get there one day because
You will.
that's the thing though. Like people be talking about like holding grudges and stuff. Like if you ask Noble doesn't hold any grudges. Like I really like you really become non-existent to me. It's like it's not even that I'm harboring something or holding on to something. It's just that like if I was to hear your name, if I was to see you, I'm going. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Because if I do hear these people's name or if I do see them, I am going to instantly think about them being weird. So I guess that's what you're saying. Like, you know, when you just forgive, you don't forget, but when you forgive, like you said, you can see that person. You can give certain, you can even give certain people a hug and just go about your business. I'm
Yeah,
definitely here.
yeah.
I'm,
And again, it's not gonna happen overnight.
yeah,
It's not gonna happen overnight. Again, and it may take you, it may take you, someone else coming into your life that truly shows you how great and genuine they are,
right.
and it's twofold. You may remember how that other person did you, but then you're more thankful for the person who has shown themselves to be genuine. But if you wouldn't have had the other misstep from the other person, you wouldn't really appreciate the one you do have
That's true.
for who they are and for the authenticity that they bring. So again, everything happens in time and seasons, and we just have to sometimes allow time to do what it does, and it heals.
No, that's no, you spot on with that. Yo,